essentially today is going to be about like why should you use a bot, how to whatever bots I'm using, and like if you wanna change some settings, like how to buy and sell, limit orders and stuff. Um, Taking questions in the end probably, as that makes the structure easier. All right, so I mean, first of all, why should you use a bot instead of Uniswap and whatever? Um, Essentially because it's easier, it's faster, it's more convenient. You don't need to like do all kind of signing stuff, and it's just straight away. Paste the contract address, buy, sell, whatever, move on. So much easier, faster, and everyone is doing it. So like if you're doing like using Jupiter or like Uniswap for EVM, you're essentially behind. So I'm using Banana, but you can use Maestro, you can use whatever. Um, Sigma, whatever. There's like 100,000 bots, man. Um, I've always been using Banana. I like the structure of having a um, buy and sell bot. I don't know, many dislike it, but I like it. Just makes it easy to have an overview of things. Um, when you first set up these things, you get this registration channel and you have to set up your wallet and stuff. I already did that. Um, Funded with $100 and good to go. So, what settings might you want to change? You might want to change the gas because if you use the default, um, you're essentially also behind, I would say. The current value is 2, so it's like the current gray plus 2 means someone has, if you're going to buy whatever coin on X block, if someone has a higher gray than you, they're going to be early on the block. So like their buy will come in before yours. Um, I've tested a few numbers over time, and from time to time I change this, but not really a lot. Um, since grade is so low, you can like putting it 10, 20, 30, it doesn't really matter. You pay a bit more to buy and sell, but it doesn't like if you buy big, you want to get in early, right? Um, Essentially, some of the best numbers around 30 to 40. Um, I use 36 personally um, because like sometimes I like to check when I buy in on a coin if I get in on the same block as others, what did they use, what could I do to get in before them, and 36 seems like a good number. Um, Sell I've even higher because you want to get out. If things are going south, you want to get out fast. And I use 49. I don't change anything of the other things. No other settings has been changed from my side when I use Banana. I don't I don't snipe and I don't recommend anyone to snipe. It's it was probably a good thing if you were one of the first to use a bot, but right now everyone is doing it and like if you're trying to snipe something and you don't know what you're doing, it essentially lose money. Don't try it home. Um, I can't remember like slippage is same place. Slippage is unlimited at start. I use this, I don't care. um, like if you're going to buy like I don't know 5100k market cap coin, if you're using like 10 or 5% slippage, what are you doing? Like essentially one buy before you is going to fuck you up. And most of the other things are for sniping, so it doesn't matter. So what do you do if you want to buy? Take a contract address, paste it in, and you see this over here. Pretty simple. Market cap, whatever liquidity. If the contract has any balance, mostly use if it's a new con, if there's any clock. Um, if there's any taxes, buy, sell tax, transfer tax. We can take one for fun, so you can see the difference. Octo has 5% buy tax, 5% sell tax, and 5% transfer. Barely any coins today has transfer tax though, but yeah. Um, to mention one of the um, downsides of using a bot is that you pay like on Banana and Maestro and stuff, you pay 1% in fees to buy and sell. So essentially down 2% no matter what you buy. But if you were to buy, what would happen and how would the sell bot even function? You can change wallet here if you can have up to 10 wallets on Banana. So like if you want to change, so if you want to buy on multiple at once, you can change it here. Slippers is here if you really want to change it. We don't. Oh, get the fuck away. Um, Buy pending. And you get this. By success, whatever you bought. This amount is going to be lower since it took 1% off. Right? We own Sellbot and you have this. Oh, and you don't want that time. Yeah, so it's saying this because the buy was so low and you used a high amount of weight, so it's yeah, don't really bother looking at this. Could have changed to one weight for this test, but doesn't matter. So this is overview. Where you can sell all wallets if you have more, sell a percentage where you would say each wallet one and you would sell 50%. Sell initials if you're up, or if you want to put a limit on. How do you put a limit on? So you can put, I want to sell 50% when market cap is up by 100%. So this would essentially trigger a sell of initials at 55 million market cap. It's active for 24 hours, so this you might want to change to, I don't know, a gazillions. Like you have to change a lot. So it's pretty annoying. You can default this anywhere, and that's the only annoying thing. Um, I think that's essentially it. I got some nice things if you wanna bridge, transfer and bridge, transfer. Um, this wallet, and then you can go to BNB, Base, or Sonic, like really easily. And when the transfer is done, or like the bridge is done, like let's say Base, and you pay like you put in the number you want that bridge. You can just go to Base, and you will say wallet, and you want to see your new balance here. Back to Eve. Yeah, so guess that's it for Banana. Banana could be used for like yeah EVM as you saw, Eve, Base, BNB, Sonic. Um, I found the next most useful wallet for like this kind of stuff was Sigma because you have AVAX too. If you want to bridge there, and I don't really know why Banana doesn't have that, but yeah. For Soul, I use Trojan. Why do I use Trojan? I don't know. It's my first bot I use. Actually, no. That's actually not right. I started using Bullets, but um, so yeah. But I just like this more. Just having all my bots in one place, and I have it on the phone and all that stuff. Just so easy. Um, what settings do I have for Trojan? Actually, not much. Sometimes I turn on MEV protection so I don't get MEV'd. Um, don't want to get fucked. I turn on turbo fees, or you turn on your like um, even higher fees, like 0.01. Um, so don't the transaction don't get stuck or like get left behind. Um, because of this, if you turn on off MEV protection, you want to have a low slippage and you want your buy to go through, right? So it's either like unlimited slippage and just MEV protect your buys, or just take MEV protection off and use the lower slippage. Um, this is kind of the same as banana. So you take your contract, paste it. You can choose your wallets if you have multiple. Um, you can select how much you want to buy. 0.1. Oh, that's slippage, my god. No, it's not. I'm right. View tokens, and you can essentially see your buy. That's pretty simple, yo. This is just in one view, so it's not a sell channel, just like banana. Um, and then you can sell X percentage, sell initials, sell whatever. Sell percentage, you could say put like percentage or like sold if you want. So is there any alternatives to all this? Yes, there is. There's like Photon, Bullux, Axiom, Banana is like the pro dashboard. There's probably many more. Which is just down to what you prefer, what makes it easy for you, and what you find like, do you want an interface like this where you can like see new coins and see your positions, and or I just more old school and just want to use a bot on Telegram. I just prefer the Telegram setup. But I think that's it for like very basic stuff and whatever small changes I've done. Not much, but it's working. So let's do a little Q&A. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. For new people, wallets with interfaces like Bullix would be easier. And you might be right about that. That's why I say it's most up to what you prefer. Um, I haven't used this in ages, so I don't want to fill around because it's going to look like I'm anyway. Um, anyways, so are there any valuable questions in the chat? We're not doing charting on this stream. That is for another day. Do you journal your on-chain plays? Actually, I do not as per se, but going back for the last, I don't know, 3 months, I can probably mention like 95% of whatever I bought. Even though most have been, yeah, shitters, you know? Just in my head. But that's not really a bot related question, though. Bull tracks your buys and averages. Very useful. Yes. Okay, so no directly um, questions as I see. So, but I can start answering other questions. Just yeah, just letting you know for those looking at this recording, this is like um, the end of it. So if you are looking to yeah just bot things, listen before this. Is there any is there much of a difference between Axiom, Bolex, Photon, or is it minimal? I haven't used Axiom or Photon, so I wouldn't fully know, but it's not like they can make um I would expect them to not be so much different other than interface usage because there's not really so much magic you can do. Like you're buying and selling coins, right? Okay, so I can take out the questions. So Legion asked, can you explain a bit how you build your thesis around Onchain plays? So that is very different from play to play. Some plays you know is just a gamble for like a few X's and are never looking back at the chart, never looking at the coin again. Because you know it's probably just either it's a meme coin just for a day, like, or it's some other play that you know is going to zero. Anyways, most plays are going to zero, but like some are at least surviving a few days or weeks. But some you know is just going to zero right away. Um, and you want to build your size around that, like depending on depending on what like how big your portfolio is. Do you want to ape one ETH into gamblers? Do you want to ape 0.1 ETH, right? Um, and most likely just stick to the same sizing on gambles, and then you have your longer term plays, which for me most knows like Book of Ethereum. For now, it's Toros, LOT. Then we have some midterm plays, which is like Pebble, EVA, um, KOLT. Uh, so yeah, those you know are not like daily plays. You want to size it more and keep it that way. Hope that answered the question though. Um, yeah. So I wanted to have this stream only for bot users. We are going to go on like different topics over the next few weeks, and this was just one of them. I think I have like 6 or 7 topics lined up for now. So either it's going to be weekly or bi-weekly, I don't know. Um, like our usual on-chain shitter stream is every week, normally like Tuesday, Wednesday, where we go over like whatever rocked, whatever spawned, whatever's going up, whatever's going down. And yeah, educational, I don't know if it's going to be weekly or bi-weekly. We'll find out. When parenting guide 3? Um, when my daughter is 3 years old. For now, I think native is the best to run Mestream. Well, that was it for today. Just wanted to keep it brief. So yeah, have a good weekend and see you around.